time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Scrambling and I was laughing. Hello and welcome into another edition of your show. It is Gary. As you can see, we are starting on camera 2. And that means that we are producerless yet again. This still, as far as we know, the only show going live Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m., originating out of Saskatoon on YouTube. We are on the middle camera. Yeah, that one, we don't need that one. We're going solo, buddy. Oh, yeah, I'm switching. Don't worry. I'm on you. You know what? Do you want to try to switch? Do you want to try to switch on the board? Oh, yes. Producer Coach Comma 2 in the house. This is going to be fantastic.
Breaking all sorts of union rules today.
Amazing.
There's grievances left and right.
Everybody's working. Oh, this is great. Now everyone's working except the camera now. There we go. So we're the only one doing this thing. And we're so proud to do it because when you're live, it's real. It's all good. Okay, so what you want to... Oh, now she's moving. Hold on.
She's going to see you.
Yeah, she's like, where did that voice come from? So on that stream deck, you want to hit the picture of Maggie. That's super cute. And then you want to hit camera 1. Does that make sense? It's the little black box with the picture of Maggie to your left.
I did actually used to work in a control room. I should hop in there. I don't know why we're making Ryan do this.
You keep telling everybody about how happy we are to be here, how real we are.
We are so happy to be here. We've got some Blue Jays playoff baseball coming our way in like 2 hours. We'll, I'm sure, talk about that. I'm guessing we'll maybe wrap up the Cubs season.
Oh, God. There wasn't much emotion in that last part.
Did you hear the catch in my throat as I said that?
Good. Man, boy, oh boy. What a battle you guys put out there, though, hey?
Made it to Game 5.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We'll get more on that in a little bit.
Sure.
It is now time for the Maggie Cam, as always, proudly presented to you by our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. I was like, how can we add a little more pizzazz to the Maggie Cam? What could we do? And I realized we got to get Matt from all the bands or somebody to write a little music bed underneath here. Hey? So it'd be like, like something fun and uplifting. Like, the Maggie Cam, brought to you by Pet Planet on 8th Street. And then we'd have Maggie dancing around. Make sure I don't forget to do that. It'll be really fun. Awesome.
I was just going to say, like Maggie May or something? Or?
Oh, wake up, Maggie. I think it's time to go to Pet Planet on 8th. Be good.
It's perfect.
All right, maybe we'll start doing them in songs. Right now, though, I'm here to tell you. Mike and Rochelle, they own the place, they run it, and they are two of the most incredible human beings you will ever meet in your life. We love them so much. And they have a local pet store. If you're looking to get into that local support, this is where it starts, especially when it comes to your pet. And not only are they good people, but their store is fantastic. They have a greeting dog, just like we got Marge here. Yeah, they got Leroy over there. And Leroy, one of the cutest little rascals you'll ever meet in your life. And he's got a bed right beside the door. Marge, don't do the licking. You're going to get a sneezy on camera. It'll be super cute, but you might get a hairball. You don't care. So Leroy and Maggie are dating, and they're super cute. So Maggie goes there, gets to see Leroy, have a lot of fun. Then the shopping begins. And they got walls, a couple walls dedicated to toys, and a couple aisles as well in the store dedicated to toys. They also got treats going on, treats everywhere, giant buckets full. And the puppies just help themselves. They walk right in there, and they do their thing. It is also fantastic. And then the shopping spree continues because you get into the fashion aisle and you can pick out all your fun, lovely, beautiful shirts and booties. Maggie's got one that says she's straight out of the dog park because she's a huge gangster rap fan. Gangster rap and death metal, that's what she listens to.
Nice.
It's pretty crazy. I'm like, whoa, you're pretty hardcore for such a cute little Tanuki dog. But yet, here we are. So she likes to rock that one. She's got some other ones. She's got a rider jersey from there, all sorts of really cool, fashionable things. And then when it's spa day, guess what? They got one in-house, right in the back. It's super clean, super spacious, and super effective. As it's a big basin, you lift your pup up, harness them in, and then it's rinse time, it's soap time, it's scrub time, it's blow dry time, all kept within that Basin. It's a really, really cool little puppy spa they got there. Then they got all the other things you need. They got beds, they got travel crates, they got the buckle up collars and matching leashes that are emblazoned. Is that the right word? Emblazoned?
Absolutely, it is.
Wow, I'm establishing my vocab. Emblazoned with all your favorite TV shows and cartoons and movies, all that stuff. Everything is there. Also, Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have bones on special, so you can go get some cheap bones for your puppies to enjoy. And the food. They got all the dry foods your heart desires. Also, they have all the raw food. If you're looking to get into that raw food diet, they got fridges at the back right beside that spa. Okay? And you can load up and switch over, and they make it super easy for you. They also got the licensing. Every single thing you need, they will have for you. That is the point we're trying to get across here. So, with that, if you're ready to support local, support really, really good human beings making a difference that care, this is the store for you. It is. Pet Planet on 8th Street. Marge, you're on camera, girl. They are your pet's natural grocer. Well done. All right. Margaret, hey, can we get you said this isn't only pause, girl. Come on. All right. And now, no. Yeah, me. Yeah. Hey.
Bear with us. We have a new intern in the control room today. Name's Ryan Maisie.
We're on this. Producer.
We're teaching them all about switching.
Come on up to the stage, and then we'll get our final guest of the day. I want to bring. Yeah, I have to figure out how to do that.
So, sorry. I can hear them, but you guys probably can't. So anyhow, I got all distracted. So we're figuring out we're Ryan Maisie currently in the control room now, making his way to the set of the All the Way Around table. And very shortly, I think we'll be seeing Coach Comma 1. Hey!
Okay. Coach, what?
Oh, this is easy. You guys got this under wraps.
It's unreal.
What's a producer, we say? Look at us go. Oh, except I got
need to
laser
widen
cut
our
on the-
shot or-
Yeah, one more thing.
No, it's fine.
This is the
Pan-
only
pan
camera
a little
that's
bit
not
right.
remote. I got this. Look at it.
No, I can move.
No, sorry.
No,
We're talking about
you're
our
good.
shot, Coach.
Oh,
Look,
your
we-
shot.
We can
That's
barely
it.
see Ryan. It's
Not,
and that's what
not a terrible thing.
everyone's tuning in to see.
It's true.
Jeez, it looks
Leave the
cold there.
comments. It's not warm. I won't lie to you. It's,
Yeah, I got thrown into the producer's booth. Oh, you know. So I didn't have time to take my jacket off. You know what I mean? Man, it's hard.
Is that
Gary-
enough?
Gary's got this.
I
The
pressed
sleeves
two
off.
buttons.
That's good.
Yeah, well, I get hot in here. These cameras, they get hot. I thought I gave you
No,
enough
I'm
space.
going.
Look at
Just
this.
keeping it
Okay.
on. I like being cozy this time of year.
Sure,
You know?
absolutely. There's something I was thinking about that the other day, like when the furnace kicks in, like those first few days
Yeah.
when the furnace turns on, it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of
It's
nice. I mean, I
cozy,
don't
yeah.
like what it portends, but
Yeah,
I like that feeling of that blast of warm air.
I do too. I was thinking, I wonder, I used to lay on my my babysitter. Babysitter? That's what we call them still, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
And Kashuka and Joe
A nanny?
Kashuka in Saskatoon, you know what I mean?
Ooh, nanny.
Not a nanny. Well, maybe. I don't know. An after school
Caregiver
type person. Big part of my life. I don't mean to make a joke about it, but yeah, when it would be this time of year and the furnace would start kicking in, and I'd get off school, it'd be cold. I'd go and lay right in front of her register, and she used to have these little translucent hoods on her
I was just turning off my
Furnace.
ringer, and then Ryan's
Look at
phone
that.
rang.
her
Unbelievable.
furnace, and I would just lay there and just get.
How many are you rocking over? What kind of business are you doing over there, Maisie?
He's
Yellow.
got too many. Oh, is this his wife?
Oh, is this live?
This will be good.
Hey,
Take a live
Jacoby,
call.
you're
Oh, it's
live on.
Jacoby.
You're
It's
live
his son.
on the
His
Oh.
firstborn.
on your show right now. What can I do
Put
for
him
you?
on speakerphone.
Yeah, speaker him up. He wants to come in here and shoot a video.
What's
Is he
their
really? Yeah.
address?
To doing something with classical music.
Very cool.
I don't
I'll
know
text
if
it
it's
to you.
enjoying classical music or not. Maybe we'll get the synopsis from Coach here once he's done.
All right, so that was my kid. He's trying to drop off his skates at a friend of ours that owns a little skate sharpening business, kind of like this place, like Elite Play. Elite Play operates out of his garage, and he's
Shout
got a
out.
skate
Love it.
sharpening place. And
Give him some promotion.
he's the one that made those shirts for us. I got those shirts from
Come on.
way back
The
when.
Your Show ones that
the
we
Your
gave
Show
that we
shirts,
gave
yeah.
to our winner of our 2 drafts we did and then didn't do any more because he
it
won
just
all of
wasn't
them?
hot. It wasn't. It
Not
wasn't.
yet.
You know,
We
what I
weren't
mean?
ready.
We weren't ready.
It was
for
like, dude, you know what? It was like Marty McFly at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. They weren't ready for it, but their
No,
kids will be.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
Nice.
We
Watch
just need
Back
the
to the Future over the
appropriate
weekend.
show to feature it on. Let's get going.
I
You know
would
what I noticed?
guess-
I watch all these baseball shows all the time, and we want to talk baseball. So let's
Yes.
be legit.
Hold on.
Let's start talking.
I want to be legit, but
I'm
Simon
also
has
gonna
something to
do
say here.
something here.
Simon was going to say something sweet, I can tell.
I was gonna say, talking Back to the Future, I bet you there isn't a movie that I've seen more times in my life than Back to the Future, because I saw that thing so many times when I was a kid.
Yeah, and it's on all the time now on TV.
It's all
David Bugles' favorite.
great movie. I'm sure there are things that don't hold up.
But my God, does that whenever. And then when you learn about all the Easter eggs, like the Twin Pine Mall turns into
Becomes
this
the Lone Pine, yeah.
Mall and all those things. Yeah, you
Yeah.
go real deep with all that stuff.
And
But-
poor Eric Stoltz. What could have been
So
for his
close.
career if he
So
hadn't gotten
close.
fired 2 weeks into filming?
Can you believe that? There's a whole nother version of Back to the Future out there without Michael J. Fox. At least a couple scenes.
Yeah,
I guess not the whole
totally.
thing. Yeah. So Michael J. Fox wasn't the original choice to be Marty McFly. It was that Eric Stoltz guy. And then,
Oh, yeah?
who's the guy that made it all? Who's
Is it
Mr.
Robert Zemeckis? Is he the
Zemeckis,
guy?
I believe it's Zemeckis. Decided that Stoltz, he wasn't the guy, so he was like, hey, Michael J. Fox, you want to leave Family Ties for a bit and come do some of this shit? And he's like, yeah. And then all of a sudden we got
Sure.
like the greatest movies ever. Very cool stuff. Okay, enough of the shenanigans, you guys. It's game day around here. And we do have an honorary Blue Jays fan now, as
Jumping ship.
the Cubbies went the distance as far as they possibly could before the Brew Crew decided to brew it up. We're not mad about that, right? We're
No,
happy.
I mean these things happen. It's
They
it
do.
was a good season for the Cubs. It's you know, all teams have to deal with injuries and things like that, and certainly the Cubs had their share. And
That's it.
losing Cade Horton right before the playoffs started was a real blow, and not getting him back. Word just came out today that he would have made the NLCS roster
if they made it through.
if they had made it through. But
That's, well, hey, to be a devil's advocate here, that's sort of what we were told with Bo Bichette.
yeah, that's a rough one.
You
It
know,
wasn't. No, that was speculation.
but still, they said there's a good chance he would be ready for the CS.
Who did?
The media.
Yeah.
The media.
trust those media
Yeah, those
people.
guys. Nothing but trouble. Always looking for
no
clicks.
Blue Jay representative came out and said
Of course
that he
not.
was.
No,
Yeah.
because that'd be dumb to say it and then knowing it might not happen.
Yeah.
As an organization, you don't want to do that. So with that in mind, down 2-0. I just want to get this out now. I hope everyone had a lovely Thanksgiving, by the way. We'll get into that a little bit later. But I was out at the family cabin with my brothers and my sister and their families and Margaret, and had a lovely, lovely time. And one of the scheduled viewing moments was that Toronto Blue Jays game as we got all ready for the big dinner. And I got to say, man, and I'm talking about game 1, Sunday. The second Kevin Gausman got pulled, I said, Kikuchi again! He's Kikuchiing! No! Everyone can see your best pitcher is dealing. I don't care how many times you're going through the freaking order. Keep your horse out there. Don't go to the bullpen. But yet, they go to the bullpen. Am I the only one who was thinking that?
I find it.
Go ahead, Ryan. No, you.
Oh, we'll both go ahead.
At the same
Let's
time?
talk at the
Okay.
same time.
Here's both
The
of our
one
points.
thing that I really feel. Oh, okay,
No,
go
you
ahead.
go ahead.
All right, fine. I find it odd that a pitcher can give up 3 in the first inning,
Mm-hmm.
and you stick with them because it's early, right? And now you
great
could be down
example,
3-0 all the way to the 6th or 7th inning, but you stuck with that guy because he kind of righted the ship or whatever, kind of like Savage did.
Yeah.
They ended up pulling him, but and then you have Gausman, who it looked like he lost command slightly. You know what I mean? He made
Sure.
a mistake, and then in that mistake, he's probably a professional, but at the same time, is like, man, I really wish I didn't give up that homer to Big
Big Dumpy,
Dumper,
yeah.
ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4. Now he's walked a guy.
Yeah.
Has he lost it completely?
No.
Probably not, right? So it's just like, it's 1 run. So what happens if he goes, the next batter gives up a home run? Now it's 3-0. Like, you still have to score more than a run, more than 2 more. You can win a ball game with 2 runs, obviously, with 1 run, obviously. 1 run will make the difference, but I just don't know why. I'm with you. I don't know why they wouldn't just let it play out a little bit
Any
more.
other
They
guy.
just, like, you didn't need to snuff it. And who did you snuff it with? The guy that has the highest Like,
are
what
you
is he,
doing?
50-50
I know.
balls and strikes?
That was the other big argument was it's not, if you're not upset with him pulling Gosman, fine, but you should be upset with the guy that they replaced him with.
And he's fun to, Little's fun to watch when he's
Sure.
just throwing balls in the dirt and guys can't help themselves.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the same point, if I'm up to bat now, we have a 1-0 lead. I know, like everybody now should know, Little's MO is that he's going to throw a lot of balls in the dirt. I would just bat on shoulder, wait for something to happen. Oh,
Zone,
wild
yeah.
pitch, sweet, advance.
Yeah.
Now I just have to put the ball anywhere on the ground.
I'm
Yeah.
with you. Simon?
The interesting thing as well is the contrast. Sorry, Coach.
No,
There you go.
With the National League Championship Series.
Yes.
And what the Dodgers have done, because they've like turned back the clock with Snell and Yamamoto having these epic long
Dude,
outings,
Complete game.
which is in part because their bullpen has been just terrible. Although Sasaki has, since he's moved into the closer role, he's been pretty good. He wasn't great last night. And Trinan had to come in and bail him out. But yeah, just huge outings from Blake Snell, letting those guys go, letting them eat. It's interesting, although their performances were essentially dominant from beginning to end, other than the very first pitch to Jackson Churio last night.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
boy,
something
oh
I
boy,
feel
you
like the
should've
Cubs
pulled-
did a few times.
we should have pulled him then.
Well,
Yeah,
Yoshi settled down pretty
exactly.
good. That's my dude. You know I love Yamamoto. He's got that old school one. Oh, so fun to watch. Like that's a good pitcher right there. But I'm with you. Stop freaking out. Stop thinking that you have to tinker. It's like the guys who have fantasy football or fantasy sports finals, and they just can't help themselves. You're in the final. It's just you and the other guy. And you know your lineup's perfect, but for some reason you think you have to go deeper. You think you have to do that one more move. And it's always that one more move that buries you every time. And it's frustrating. Let the best pitcher you have in your rotation, on your whole team, let your best guy carry you. Don't pull him out when he's just getting going. Like he's there for that exact reason to win that game. And you're like, oh, okay, you're good. 2 times, you're good. Like, what are you doing?
If you're going to do that, maybe that's an argument for going with an opener. If you're good, like,
Hey, and that sure worked, didn't it?
well,
Like big time.
get the
Snooze that
top
one.
of the order out the first
Time,
time,
and
and
then
then your
get a new
starter
face.
only doesn't
Yeah.
have to necessarily face it 3
That
times.
many.
I feel like Coach has something.
Yes,
to say.
Coach one.
Yeah.
The floor is yours. Take it away.
But did we talk about in the past Gray Little and Kevin Cashman's decisions in the past playoffs?
I don't know.
So-
I don't
think we
remember that
did. Yeah, I
discussion.
don't
Like
remember.
All right.
Grady leaving Pedro in too long.
Ooh.
Yes, yeah. So when I was up in Gold Coast, I would say a couple months ago, and this was just Baseball Australia's high performance program, and they did a session with the coaches around decision making, and they talked about all the different components that go into making decisions from a coaching perspective, everything from gut feeling to laws, and then everything in between. And what they said, a lot of coaches now, coaching staffs will create their decision-making principles at the beginning of the year, and they evolve as they go on. But a lot of it is obviously impacted by the data. And so that when a coach makes a decision, if it works or it doesn't work, at least they're happy to own the decision-making principles. Here's a principle we used. This is why, based on this statistic and that statistic, and we can go live by it. So the examples that they shared at this conference was Cashman, when the Rays were actually, I think, playing the Dodgers, but Snell was pitching for the Rays at that time, and he was dealing through the 6th. Cashman, they came up third time
Just
around.
Cash, I
Cashman jumped out. Oh, Cash, yeah. Cash.
Cashman's
Cash
the
the man.
Yankees GM
Maybe.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember
Thank you. Yeah, that's where we get mixed up.
Give him Cash.
But he jumped out of the dugout right away. There was no debate. He came out and pulled Snell, and it went against him. Snell, they lost the game. They ended up losing the game. Dodgers came back, but at the end of the game, in the media session, he's like, "We've done this all year. Here's what we've done. Here's why. I'll wear that because this is the decision. This is the principle we followed." Then Little with Pedro, he admitted later, he's like, it was a gut feel. And you know what happened after Little made that call? He never managed in the big leagues again because it was just based on his gut.
And it's interesting
So-
though, because and I can't remember which documentary it was, because a documentary comes out on the Red Sox about twice a week.
Yeah,
But in
it's like
one of
4
them, yeah, in one of them, there was debate. Did Pedro tell Grady he was gassed? Because that's what I think Pedro said. And then he didn't take him out, and Grady said, "No, he never told me he was out of gas." So it's interesting. There's a
I think
little
what
bit
Pedro
of,
said is Little came out and said, "How are you feeling?" And Pedro said on the documentary, he goes, "If you ask a warrior if he can still fight, what do you think he's going to say?"
Yeah.
fair.
So Pedro's like, "Yeah, I'll get the job done."
Yeah.
Well, okay. Walks
That
out,
was
bang.
one of the most obvious. Like even at the time, I think everybody like that wasn't second guessing. I think everybody kind of went, "Oh,
Really?
he's leaving him
Really?
in."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I know, like that era, Pedro Martinez is possibly the greatest pitcher in history.
It's a bulldog.
But he was at like what 125
was up
pitches
there,
or
yeah.
something, and he didn't have it anymore.
And
He came off the 7th into the dugout, and everybody was high-fiving him, giving him hugs, thinking, and
Yeah.
he thought he was done.
see, one thing I don't like about the idea that this is how we've been doing it the whole time, so that's why we did it. That's all great, but is that not just adding sort of a cop-out for the moment it goes wrong, sort of covering your ass? Being like, well, hey, we said this is what we're doing, so we're doing it, and you can't be mad at us. It's like, well, you can change what you're doing. The playoffs are not the regular season. The playoffs, there's a reason billions more people watch baseball in October because it's a whole different ball game. All my family that was watching along didn't watch a Jays game all season. They were on the edge of their seat the entire time. They cared about every single thing because regular season, it's game to game, but in the playoffs, it's pitch to damn pitch. Everything is so elevated and it's so much more exciting. Like,
And that's-
it should
and-
make you pull away from your game plans. What I'm saying, trust your gut.
True. But that's probably why you might pull somebody. It's pitch by pitch. So it's just like
Also
we
a good
can't
point. Yes,
afford
that's a good point.
to give up this many runs
Yep, I
because
see
we
that.
don't have momentum right now. And if we get in a deeper hole, who knows if we can climb our way out of it. So I understand what Schneider's doing. He's just like, he wanted to stop it at 1 run. It ended up
Yeah.
being 2. Like, or was it 3?
I think it was
forget.
2.
It was
I think
2,
they added
right?
one
So,
more at the
and then,
end,
yeah. So it's like, still not a terrible situation to be in.
No.
And I don't know.
If you got your ace on the mound, man, it's the first game. You got to set the tone. You got to let people know we're doing this.
And
We're not scared. You're not scared. Like I felt like coach was scared. And I feel like when your coach walks out there and you pull the best pitcher you have on the roster, you're admitting defeat already. Like you already beat our best guy. So I guess we'll bring in this lefty.
And I guess one other way to look at it is when you're talking about strategy regular season versus postseason, a lot of that is because of what the nature of regular season is, where it's like you're in a 162 game slog and you can't do that. You can't run all of these guys in the ground. You
You'll wear
can't make
everyone
those
out,
changes.
yeah.
There are times when you just got to say, we're not winning this one, so you got to wear it so I don't wear out my bullpen. In the postseason, it's a different matter. It's more of a
Well,
sprint.
you're not seeing position players pitch in the postseason, I'll tell you that.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, you can't do that on the road, but technically you can at home. You can still, you'll see it every once in a while when you have a homestand and they can dip into their AAA roster and you'll see
Oh, yeah,
guys
those
that are
extra
coming.
arms here and there.
They'll rotate guys that they have
Yeah.
options to do that with. So you'll sometimes see that playing around. But yeah, you're right. You can just go. Every win's so important. You go after
Everything.
the win.
Everything
typically.
you can. You're draining the tank every
But
single
this,
game.
like tonight,
Let's get into it.
biggest game of the year.
Yep.
No question.
Tomorrow,
Biggest game of the year.
biggest game of the year.
Yeah.
Whatever
I would
happens
then
tonight.
I would then argue if we get to Friday,
Biggest
not
game
the
of-
biggest game of the year
Interesting, because it's not do or die then.
because
Okay.
it's not do or die.
All right.
Like this 3, you're not coming back from 3-0. You might, but what is the percentage chance?
What was
Like
it?
I think
04
the Red
Sox,
Sox,
that
04
was
Red
it?
Sox in the ALCS
of
field team.
all time, right?
Never. Yeah.
So it's like you're.
I think
It's
there's
still
a documentary about that one.
Yeah,
course they
yeah,
are.
probably.
There's
They
like
actually are.
7 documentaries.
They actually are,
Yeah.
So no, like biggest game of the year. Tomorrow's biggest game of the year. I would then argue. I don't know how many teams have come back being down 2-0 and then being down 3-2. Probably not many, but I would still say going home down a game. I think the Jays could win 2 in a row. You know what I mean? Like I think they could do it. So, but then Game 6 would be biggest game of the year. Game 7 would be the biggest game of the year, and then you get it done, and then your first game of the World Series,
So-
biggest game of the year.
So the CSs are 2-3-2, right?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got 3
Don't
games
love
in
them.
Seattle right now.
Don't love that.
Well, that's the biggest worry when you're not taking any at home. You got to win all 3 basically on the Or
You gotta
2 of
win
3.
2.
Yeah, you got to win 2 in Seattle, which is a
Gotta
very
win
tough
2.
place to play.
16% of teams have come back from 2-0 or down down 2 games.
Down 0-2.
Hey, thanks, stats guy. Can you check how many teams have come back down 3-2?
Thanks, Fangraphs.
3-2?
Or Stat Muse?
3-2, yeah.
3-2.
So
3-2?
down
3-2.
3-2.
Down 3-2. Who has won 2 in a row?
I imagine that's going to be a low
Team-
number.
I mean, I know the
trailing
Chicago Cubs in
3-2.
2016 were down 3-1
Is this
in the World
MLB only
Series
or
and won
every game
3 in a row.
7-game series?
By the
I'm
way,
sure
get
there's a
ready for a lot of
documentary on that.
10-year
This is-
anniversary of the Cubs winning the World Series talk over the next year or so.
Go ahead, Coach One.
All right.
It's crazy doing a show and I didn't hear anything they said because I'm focused on what Adrian's about to
Because you're
say.
in
right.
the zone.
Through there.
And I'm talking
That's it.
nonsense.
I like the nonsense.
This is from MLB.com. Teams trailing 3-2 in best of 7 series had advanced in 18 of 55 instances.
It's a little higher than I expected.
Like 30% or so?
30?
Yeah, that's not too
Give or
bad.
take.
That's 30% is
possible.
pretty
Can
close there.
happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're nowhere near that stage yet.
Of course not.
We're at the 2-0.
Let's get.
Problem.
2-0 after and going to the other team's ballpark. Rough.
Who
that's-
cares?
And it's not just another team, you guys. Like this is Seattle,
A
dude.
very good
Like,
team with very good pitching.
I would,
Next
I
to
would say,
Cleveland, they were probably
I
the
would,
hottest team
I
coming
would
in,
say
right?
there's not going to be a cap
Probably.
on Canadians buying tickets. I would have.
Are you saying it's not going to feel like a home game for
it's
the Jays?
not.
Like it
It's
does
going
in
to
the
be a
regular
home
season?
game, like it does. Like it is a home game.
You think
I
they'll
would
have enough
think.
people
I
there?
think it'll be
50-50.
no. I think there'll be 20 loud Jays fans. 20% of loud Jays fans.
I'll take the under.
You think they'll be under 20%?
Oh yeah. I was thinking this is the one. It's not the regular season, man. It's the playoffs. So season ticket holder. I guess there'd be a lot of Canadian season ticket holders too.
Yeah,
Hey,
there is.
Maybe.
this will be interesting.
Why wouldn't there be?
We'll see how it's split up.
I don't know. Seattle's not like not next door. Like if you're not unless you're a fan of the Seattle Mariners living in Langley, British Columbia or something.
Yeah, it's not like Canadians are there all the time.
You're
It's
not
only
There
gonna
were
when
some
the Jays are.
Seattle.
I'm with
There were
ya.
some Mariner fans at
Sure.
the games in Toronto. I'm
There's
thinking there's
some.
going to be 20%.
I'll gladly take the under.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry with Simon. What do you think?
What are
on
we
that?
wagering?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like counting the people in the stands.
That's also a good point.
It's gonna be a
tough
feel
one to
thing.
prove.
Let's not.
Hey, stats guy can feel it.
That's always what you want to gamble on. Things that you're just kind of, it seems like it.
We'll trust the stats guy.
17%.
High stakes feel gambling.
There it is. That's the way to do it. Coach One, what do you think? What's the crowd going to look like there tonight? You think they'll even allow Canadians to buy tickets to get in there and take that stadium over?
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty supportive of Seattle. I think they'll.
Interesting.
That surely the fans got to get out. They're in the playoffs. They're going to block. I don't know. Can they block it out? It doesn't matter. Seattle fans, and if they don't jump all over this and dominate in the crowd, then that's just another reason why Seattle shouldn't win.
I have a feeling we'll have a moment or two tonight where those diehard Jays fans are going to start a "Go Jays, Go" chant, and we'll probably hear it on the broadcast.
Yeah. This will shock you guys. I'm going to draw a comparison to the Cubs. Throughout the regular season, anytime the Cubs are playing in Milwaukee, because they're so close, it's like a slightly less than an hour and a half drive from Chicago to Milwaukee. You see games in Milwaukee where the Cubs are playing, it's like 50% Cubs fans easily.
That's
It's
what I'm
like they
talking
call it Wrigley North during the regular season,
That's
and
it.
in the playoffs, you did not see that during that
And
series.
that's what I'm talking about. It's different. It's a whole different game.
Whole different thing because people in that city are going to come out and do whatever they can to get those tickets. And sure, there will be some representation, but I think it's going to be small.
To quote City News Calgary in a statement, okay,
Look who all of a sudden has
Interstate.
facts
He's
on
the
his
stats guy. Yeah,
side.
that
a
was the
statement
stats guy.
from Visit Seattle says October is a need period for the city's hotels, restaurants, and shops as the summer comes to an end, meaning baseball playoffs can provide a welcome boost. The Victoria Clipper has added a playoff express sailing from Victoria to Seattle for the games. So it's like they'll mingle. I think Seattle and Jays fans, that's also another problem. There wasn't like a passionate hatred. It seems like F the Yankees.
Yeah.
It seems
It was
very
like, it was
That's
just
a
like,
good- that's a good
yeah,
point.
Yes.
you know what I mean? And it's just
They
like,
learn how to coach.
Maybe
gotta
that
just-
changes this week, though.
hopefully it changes. There's got to be a handshake to just hate each other for a little bit. But I think the fan bases also mingle and get along well. But I'm just saying, if there's 20% boisterous BC based And you know what those fans can do? You know what I mean?
Well, dude, look
They're
at any
nuts.
regular season game when the Jays are in Seattle. They take it over.
That's absolutely true in the
Yeah.
regular season.
Regular season being
Get
the
out
key
of here,
word.
Maple Bug.
Okay, you guys, before we get into tonight's game, I gotta get some live reads out there.
Do it.
I was driving home from the lake in the shadow, and right after I passed Martinsville, did my traditional wave to the Maisie house. I say, "Hello, Maisie's." And it's always nice. And then my check engine light came on, and my
That's a-
cruise control started bouncing.
That's a common occurrence at the Maisie house.
Of course. Maybe I was just feeling it. So we're talking the 1993 Dodge Shadow. I've never had the check engine light on in my life. First time. So I'm a little worried. I make it home. I say, okay, better go take it to the shop. So Dad says, all right, let's go. We'll go say hi to the guys at Pro Plus. And I'm telling you, there is no better freaking place in the world to take a vehicle to Pro Plus. And the reason I say that is the second I walk in, the boys are all there. Curtis, Steve, Cloud, all of them. And they're like, hey, Gary. And that's when I walk. It's like, cheers.
Nice.
And then Dad walks in right behind me. They go, hey, another Gary. It's like, hey. And then we sat there to the point where we were talking about all the stuff like family and the shop and farms and all that stuff that I had to say, Dad, all right, Dad, like I got to get on the air here right away. Like we have to go. So I had to like literally take him and leave the conversation. But those dudes, man, they are so kind and they're so caring. And it's like, you know how lots of places when it involves vehicles, you don't know if you're getting screwed over or what's going on, and there's all this or that. There's none of that there. They do a great job, and they do a great job of hosting as well. When you go in there, they treat you like family. So I just wanted to get that out before we got into any other live reads. Pro Plus, if you're looking for a place to bring your vehicle, man, they are the best in the biz. Really, really good, funny dudes. So that's one of them. You saw back here, Tiernan and Cena up on the screen. That means Elmwood is back with another fall feast for you, a delicious, incredible meal going down at Prairie Land Park. ElmwoodYXE.ca/fall feast is where you get your tickets, you get your tables. The nickel plumbing table will be full of all of us out there having all the fun. And you can also make donations through there. And the reason they're raising money is for transportation, specialist transportation for adults with disabilities. And each sort of year they raise money and they get one of these vehicles and they go to the different satellite locations. And this year, my Auntie Susie, her place is getting the bus, is what I'm hearing. So I'm really pumped for this because we might finally be able to get her out and about a little bit more, which would be very, very good. So if you're looking to do a good thing and to make the world a better place, this is the one for you. ElmwoodYXE.ca/fall feast. That's where you can get involved. Right there. There's Cena and Tiernan. Really good people going on there. So that's coming up. We also, another thing from my dad, as he was driving me back from Pro Plus, he says, son, I need some wings. I said, well, Dad, what do you mean you need some wings? He goes, I need a lot of wings. He says, I hear you talk about them and I got to get some. What can you do to get me some? I was like, well, Dad, if we go in on Tuesday and Thursdays, we can get over half price off on these wings, all the different ones, all 69 flavors from this passport that you get from either Markham Mall or Lawson Heights Bugsy's location. And he says, well, every time you talk about them, they sound so good. So I think in the coming days, I will be making a run to Bugsy's, and we'll be doing some wings with Pops as he's got a little bit of a fever for the chicken wings. And then he's also said, well, what if I just wanted them to the door like we did on the anniversary? I said, well, then you go on Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats, and you go to Smitty's in the memo. You put in the flavors you want from here. Might I suggest the top pick on the power rankings right now, the Sweet Pickle Heat. He said, that's the one you keep talking about. I said, it's number one. He says, all right, let's get it. So we will be ordering Dad some wings to thank him for all the help today, as he loves Bugsy's just as much as we do. So that's what's going on. You do all that, you win the shirt, you get to walk around with the ruckus cock on your back, shredding on top of an amplifier. And it says, I did the 69 at Bugsy's. It is absolutely fantastic. Beautiful shirt for you to enjoy. So that's what's going on with all of these delicious wings as we continue to move forward with our friends over at Bugsy's. We also have the Spirit of Cosmo breakfast coming up mid-November. It's going down, and we have found out it'll be bacon, pancakes. We got the melon trays. It's going to be a fantastic breakfast along with all the fundraising that is needed to help our friends over at Cosmo. So that is coming up for you as well. It's the next sort of big event on the calendar after our Elmwood Fall Feast. So we're looking very, very forward to that. And our buddies over at Super Skills Hockey, always ready to get you up and above wherever you're at as far as your hockey skills go. They got the super futuristic facility set up right out over top of the ice surface at the Martinsville Rec Center. Brand new, state-of-the-art stuff. It's absolutely gorgeous. shooting lanes, puck handling area. They got the ice treadmill. It's all there for you. Just head to superskillshockey.ca and you can be like Coach Comatu's kids and be a super stud out there on the ice. Thanks to our friends over at Super Skills Hockey.
Louis is there tonight.
Heck yeah.
He's on
Always
his way.
love it.
He's on his way over there.
All right, you guys. I also got to give one more shout out to Nickel Plumbing and Heating.
Do it.
I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but they're
Yeah.
pretty good at what they do. When you start a place like this studio and you sort of have a lot of help from Nickel Plumbing when you're getting it up and running, you don't like to bug them about the little things. So I've had no hot water in the house for about a month now. And, well, I shouldn't say no hot water. It dribbled. It would dribble out. So showers weren't very good, and I couldn't do it. It take about a half hour to fill up the sink to wash some dishes. It was a thing. And everyone would say, well, why don't you just call somebody? You know somebody. It's like, of course I know somebody. But that somebody that I know also just moved and reinstalled a heating unit inside the studio. And they also did the AC unit in the studio. And they also did this and that. Like, you know, when you're always just like, hey, can you come help? Can you come help? So I let this one run for a long time, so I didn't want to be a bother. And then today, I told Dad about it. And, of course, within 5 minutes, someone's at the door, and they're in here. And I had a plug. And this is the reason I bring this up. A plug on top of my water heater. I had no idea this could happen. It was just like, like all the buildup and the sediment and stuff. So he took a picture, and he's like, here, this is what you got. And it was like, the hole is about that big, so the hot water wasn't going through. And it's just a PSA to remind people, hey, if you have a hot water issue, it may just be that pipe shooting up from your water heater. So something to check out. I don't really know how you could check it, unless you know how to take one apart, which I definitely do not. But it was really cool to have them come in and fix everything.
Don't teach that in broadcasting school.
No, they definitely. I laugh all the time. I feel like because I went to broadcasting school, even though I'm in a plumbing family, I really missed out on all the knowledge of this, like just trades as a whole. Like we always feel so useless, right, around anything. But we can talk. We can talk. That's the big one. Live reads. We are here for you. I say it all the time. This is the only time in your life that you will have a deal too good to be true. We have no big corporation sitting on top of a throne demanding 90% of the money. Every single thing made in this studio stays in this studio and keeps the doors open so we can all chase these dreams and make the world a better place. If you have an organization, you have a charity, you have a big event coming up that needs a little umph, we are here for you. It's very easy to get in touch. Just send an email to contact@dufferinave.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. I forgot the clap. I'm trying to add a clap into it, you guys. I missed my spot already. Get it out of here. Team Swing and Mazer even pulling it off. We got the website as well, just like the email minus the contact and the @ Royal Anders was here yesterday, and I forgot to give him the info update for OK Bloomer, which you see at the bottom there, and Recovery with Cal. New episode out now. Episode 3. It was very fun.
Listen
Cal
to all
joined us
3.
yesterday.
Love it.
It's crazy, hey?
It's great.
You want to talk about an emotional roller coaster for a guy that hates feelings and emotions? That's the one.
You know what? Ooh. Like, can I jump in here? You mind?
Jump on in.
I'm listening to this thing, and the very first episode, for whatever reason, with Recovery with Cal, I just developed, while I was listening, just a profound love for my son. So I see Cal as a peer. He's like, we're roughly the same age, but I didn't put myself into what if that happened to me and how would my parents feel? I was like, what if this happens in the future sometimes to my child, right? Like, I wish that they'd be able to handle themselves the way that Cal has and have the support crew. So then I got emotional with that thought. And then episode 2 rolls out, and he's just having a conversation with his wife, but it's recorded, and we're listening to this podcast. And then I'm like, man, how amazing is she?
The best. I love Laura. Yeah.
Like
angels. He's surrounded by angels.
Just like I don't even have words for it. Like then I got emotional just thinking of like, is my relationship that strong? Like I think it would be, obviously, but it's just the tests that they've been put through with this situation, and he wasn't even doing anything crazy that he's never done before. It's just like that's the
craziest part.
Problem,
there was no reason for it. Exactly. You're just out mountain biking like you've done a million times.
Yeah.
And then one little slip, and now you're waking up like this. And I can tell you straight up, Cal would be so freaking happy to hear that. I'm going to send this to him. This might be a promo, because that's exactly why he's doing it. He's doing it so people can understand what it's like, and if they're ever in that situation, you know, they have a reference point. They have something they can look to be like, okay, well, maybe this will help me out because I'm in this situation. Now, it doesn't have to be like being paralyzed. It could be anything, because everyone goes through all the shit. but it's sort of there, and it's right in the intro. It's like this show is here to help not just Cal, but people in similar situations as they go through these incredibly horrific, tough times. And exactly. And my mom texted me after the third one came out. She said she was in tears watching. You know, like it's a show that's doing all the stuff we've always wanted to do here. It's helping people. It's genuinely helping people, and that's all he's ever wanted. So it's very cool, and he'll be very happy to hear that as a recovery with Cal.
And
Good show.
I need to listen to episode 3 again because I was doing it at work, and
It's a beautiful thing, man.
So.
I tell him, I say, like, you are truly gifted. I don't know in what way, but you are gifted, I guess, in the ability to carry a conversation that is so incredibly heavy and allow a jabroni like me to just come in there and pepper the chirps in to keep it light. So it's sort of like this.
It's interesting when someone develops
Just make it
chops in something
light.
because he's just speaking from his experience, and he is hosting a show even, and
It's incredible.
It's really good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you're his co-host. He's hosting his own
It's
thing.
awesome.
He's there. You're there for support, but he's done really good.
It is. And that was part of his recovery. They said to him, like, we need you to start journaling so you can figure out what happened and sort of process it all in your head. And he's like, well, what if I just do it on video, like a video journal? I said, yeah, that'll work. And that's sort of how the idea came about. And then he came to me. I was like, you kidding me? Because he was already doing a show here, The Water Sliding Bros, yet to be released, which is going to be kind of weird because I still want to release it. But you'll see Callum when he was able-bodied, and then you'll see Callum on the show when he's not. And they'll be like, what you'll notice is there's not much difference at all. He's still one of the coolest, kindest, most funniest guys going. And it's very, we can sit here and talk all day about it. It's freaking awesome. But I want to see this guy beside me Twitch here. There it is. Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media. The hottest Twitch stream going in town here. As we go Mondays, we go Tuesdays, we go Fridays. One more rider again this Friday, so it might get moved around, but then we'll settle back into our normal schedule, and it will be fantastic. We're playing all the games. I can't reach it. We finally beat, can you reach it? Oh, that's way too
I might
far.
have to go under the table.
There it
to
is.
get it.
We finally beat Shining Force 3 yesterday, guys. It was freaking amazing.
There you go.
Go it up. Oh, I beat you. Do it.
It's all right.
So we're going to move on.
Nice
to
work,
Shining
Simon.
Force 2. Yeah. Incredible stuff. All right, so there you go. There's your live reads. We're all caught up. You got Bieber. You got Kirby. 6:08 first pitch in Seattle. I don't even want to watch. I don't think I can watch. I am, it's crazy how quickly you become a Jays fan again when you're in this situation. Like I look back 92, 93, like I guess 16 too a little bit, but those times when you're like, okay, this team's doing something. And it's felt like that for the last 4 months, 5 months. Like this team has been going for a long time now. And I would hate to see it end in Seattle. Please, somebody tell me it's not going to end in Seattle.
Not going to end in Seattle.
Thank you. Great
Crazy
show.
talk.
All right, let's go home.
I don't know. It could end in Seattle, but I don't think
Damn
it will.
Your thoughts?
Have you been to have
No.
you been to T-Mobile Park?
I've
Used to be
wanted to.
Safeco Field in Seattle.
I've only been to 3 ballparks in my
Okay.
life.
Beautiful park.
The Kingdom. I almost went to the Kingdom. I saw it from the outside.
Yeah.
Back in
They
the old
imploded
days.
it.
Yeah, they sure did.
Cool.
They
I
sure
have-
did.
Can I tell a 2-minute
Yes.
T-Mobile
Oh,
Park
dude.
story?
Lay it on us.
So I have 2 older brothers, Ben and Sam, and the 3 of us love baseball, but they're technically my half brothers. They grew up in the States. I grew up here in Canada. For a variety of reasons, the 3 of us had never been to a baseball game together.
Oof.
Ben and Sam grew up in New Jersey. Ben's a Yankees fan, pretty hardcore. Sam's lived many years in the southern states, so he was a Braves fan for
Hold
a
on.
long
You're
time.
telling me you guys can coexist?
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, I guess you got different.
by and
different
large,
divisions
we
and
do.
leagues. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's like so Sam and his family moved to upstate Washington a few years back so they could be near
Fancy.
my not really.
Sounds fancy on paper.
Sure.
Yeah.
You said
Upstate anything I guess
Yeah,
sounds
that's the fancy
fancy,
part,
but
yeah,
like
for sure.
upstate Alaska probably sucks.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Sorry, Alaska. I don't know why I'm
We threw you off there with our
I'm sorry.
humor.
That's okay.
Upstate Washington. Moves
upstate
up there.
Washington,
Okay.
so they could be near where my parents were
Okay.
living and where my mom now lives since my dad passed away. So, it's like, okay, here's the thing: the 3 of us, we're gonna finally go to a ball game together. This is so great. We're gonna do it when the Yankees are in Seattle, so my brother Ben can cheer for his Yankees. We're all gonna go out there. The family goes out. My wife and I, we hang out. My mom comes down from her island in
That's a
BC. We're all
cool
hanging
big
out at my
thing,
brother's
yes.
place. Then the 4 of us, my 2 brothers and my wife and I, all come to Seattle. We go to this fairly random Yankees Mariners game on I think a Tuesday night, and it's a good pitching matchup. It's Garrett Cole against Luis Castillo, and it goes on to become possibly the most epic extra inning game in the post Ghost Runner era ever. Scoreless game until the bottom of the 13th inning. No runs across the board. Yankees are playing like drunk little leaguers, like making so many, have you heard toot blan? Are you familiar with the phrase toot blan?
No.
Thrown out on the base paths like an nincompoop? One of my favorite baseball things. So many toot blans. Yankees are giving this a game away. And it's just like there's both teams have opportunities, and Cole and Castillo both go deep, and then the bullpens take over, and they're going great. It's just this epic, unreal game. The crowd's into it the whole way. And the other thing you need to know about my oldest brother, Sam, is he is a hardcore smoker.
Nice.
So we have been at T-Mobile Park for, at this point, 5 hours.
Smokey's getting grumpy.
Yeah. So, like, top of the 11th, all of a sudden, Sam's like, yeah, I don't know, guys. This is kind of some crap. Like, this is taking forever. We should probably get going, hey? And Ben and I are looking at Sam like, what are you talking about?
Pack a dip, buddy. Throw some skull in there and let's go.
Like, yeah,
Find
no.
another way.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So, and that's, he kept at this for a little while. It's like, dude, I know you're hurting right now. You know where your hotel is.
Something
you
special's
can go.
happening here, bro. Yeah, we're not leaving.
I'm not leaving. This game's unreal. And so he sat there very grumpy for a long time, not being able to smoke. Anyhow,
And he was a fan of the Braves.
he's not like, oh,
He wasn't
no,
a Yankee fan.
That's not my relative. I don't know who that person is.
Throwing guys out.
This one?
No. No.
I don't know if
thought
that's
maybe
allowed to
him.
be
Yeah,
done.
are we allowed to post guys?
I mean, AJ,
stuff?
Coach one can do whatever he
You've
wants.
got the spelling of my last name correct, which is it's the less common. Usually it's H-Y-A-T-T.
Yeah, not the hotel chain.
No, it's not that. That's very funny though.
So how did it finish?
So it finished. The Mariners walked it off in the bottom of the 13th, 1-0 victory. Just an epic game. Like there was articles about it. It was at the thing. It was like this huge time, and Sam couldn't have been grumpier to be there.
And that was where your family reunited.
That was where we reunited. And then we went to the
beautiful.
next day's game, which was an afternoon game, which was a lot of fun. And we saw that was during Aaron Judge's record-setting 62 home run. Well,
You were in the mix
record-setting
of it, yeah.
American League record.
We'll do a show
Because
on
we
that
all-
one
we're
day.
all
We'll
passionate
do a
about
show
that.
on that. Yeah.
Did
We
you
got
guys
to see
miss
him
being
one
able
of
to
his
smoke
moments.
wherever?
Yes.
I've never been a smoker.
Me neither.
Oh. So no, I hate smoking. I think it's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, but I just like I don't know, like early mid '80s still when you like it just was like you
Going-
smoke
I think it's-
bars
at the
and, like,
restaurant.
I think
someone
it's
would have like this
control
ash-
that you're talking about. It's not the smoking. I think. Do you miss being allowed to do things? I think that's
Like,
the bigger
lo-
question.
I see it from both sides. I
too.
appreciate not having someone's
in your
own
face.
terrible habits being thrown
Pushed
in my
upon you. Yeah.
pushed upon me, right? So like it makes more sense where we are now, and it's funny that people are like, "Oh, they're controlling us." It's like, no, we're just not allowing. You know what I mean? You don't just take a dump in the middle.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
You're containing your
containing
your
whatever.
yucky. Yeah.
Clean up your shit
Yeah.
before you come out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
But there's something romantic about a ballpark having some peanuts. You're at the and you could just be everyone could be engaged. You know what I mean? Even if that
themselves.
smokes and you're outside, whatever.
Okay, you guys, we could do this all day. We got to get to the game tonight.
Okay.
Coach number one, what's going to happen? What are you seeing tonight in Game 3 of the ALCS?
Well, here's something you'll like. George Kirby never won a playoff game in his career.
Love that. How many
So-
has
He
he, how many
probably
has he
did
pitched in?
trending in the right direction.
How many has he pitched in?
Yeah.
He's pitched 4.
Okay, that's enough.
So
Again, wins. Pitching wins are sort of a weird nebulous thing that I think too much attention is paid to, especially in postseason, because it's so rare that a starter's going 5 full innings in
As we learned in Game 1.
okay.
I love that you referenced the star there. Did you say nebula?
Yes, that is what I said.
Nebula.
That's
This is why you're Mr. Baseball, because that's probably the only stat that I like about George Kirby. Here, I'll read you the other ones. ERA in 4 playoff games, 1.5.
gross.
That's pretty good.
pretty
Hey,
good.
I don't
That's
like that.
better than last time.
I do not like that.
He's pitched 18 innings
How do you get a
with
half
20
run?
strikeouts.
That's pretty good as
20
well.
strikeouts in 18 innings.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's a very
that's
good
okay.
pitcher.
The Jays don't strike out as much these playoffs.
Yeah,
Here's hoping.
and he's never won a game, so we're looking good.
Okay. Now, what about Bieber? How you feeling about the Biebs?
Have the teams won the games that he's pitched in? You know what I mean? Like, did he just have a scoreless battle and then, you know what I mean?
question.
Like, that's the question. So it's like
they
in those
lost.
4, you assume they lost? Okay.
I don't know. No idea.
I mean, with that ERA, my guess is he probably went,
Pretty
4
good.
innings and was pulled or,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Clean,
Or, yeah, the
real,
Mariners.
real clean innings.
Yeah.
For sure. And
Shane Bieber,
yeah, here we go.
he's pitched in 4 games.
Get low, baby.
He's
What's
1
he
and
got?
1.
Okay, he's got to win.
Yeah, I know. I don't. 5.23.
Okay, that's
Wow.
fine.
I know you didn't just say 5.23. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear you correctly.
No.
Can you try that again?
Can you do that thing with your fingers again? You kind of smelt them on
Which
the way
one?
by.
This is
Like,
5.23.
So what you're saying is the Biebs, as far as the stats go, is a little bit of a non-favorite as far as this heads-up matchup goes between him and Kirby.
Yeah, but this is the new Biebs,
That's true.
Mhm.
That is true.
right?
Brand new Biebs.
So
Okay.
This is free of P Diddy Biebs.
And
Jeez. Moving right along.
and then the next day, we get Max
that means-
Scherzer. Everything
This-
will be fine then, right?
Oh, you guys. That was...
Everything will be fine then, right? When it's Max Scherzer?
These are our Scherzer guys. These are the guys who wanted the
believe.
Scherz.
that's
I believe
kinda
a short
believe you.
leash.
I wanna
This is
believe.
the guy to have a short leash on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, now if that was Scherzer, 100% get him out of there.
And there's
I'm with you there.
he probably won't give you 8 or 9.
He might
you
if
know
he's
what I mean?
going.
But he might give you 4.
If he's
Might.
the savvy playoff veteran that has led to you guys believing he should get this shot, then yes, I feel like he'll go real deep.
He's
And the
gonna paint
Mariners, they're just sitting on Brian Wu. By the way, in like game 5, if it gets to a game 5 and we need a win, we can send out Brian Wu, who's one of the very best pitchers in baseball.
Yeah.
But he hasn't had to pitch yet because he's dealing with an injury. We'll add him to the roster because we might need him.
he's rusty. He's rusty.
Hopefully very
He
rusty.
might be rusty.
I would- hey, can we give,
that's a fair point.
Adrian's got a big podcast that
Yes.
he promotes as well.
You said you had to leave early too. You have to
Oh,
go?
yeah.
Do you have to go? Are we
Oh,
keeping you?
No, I'm actually good. This whole time
Oh,
zone
you
thing is
scared
2
me.
weeks later is still
Jeez.
throwing me off.
Okay, sorry.
Man,
Back to
okay,
yes,
back
promote.
to like
Thanks for at least somebody remembers.
I just looked at it one time and I thought
just
go
you
ahead.
know, like that. What's that? Wile E. Coyote. What's the Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Like we just see AJ Dust. He's just gone.
Gotta go.
That'd be good.
He's gone. What?
So Acme Anvil
Or
goes
Coach
behind.
One Dust.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's
Sorry. Do you have you have a big? Is it called an interview? Your podcast? What do you call those things? Conversation.
Yeah, it's podcast. Yep. For teams that swear. Just released one. Really, it just came out this week with a guy by the name of Pat Howard.
Yeah.
So it won't mean anything to you guys, but imagine if there was somebody in Canada who was in charge of the national, like Canada's Olympic hockey team, men's, women's, and the World Juniors team. If there was somebody who was in charge of that whole department, and they played every year, this was the equivalent here in Australia with cricket. So that's what Pat, he looked after the men's national team, the women's, all the high performance teams, and they play every year. It's not just every 4 years. So he did that for 7 years. So I spoke with him last month and the podcast came out. So it's a pretty interesting guy. One of the stories that he talks about, this was in 2018 when the cricket team was in South Africa. Apparently there's this common practice of scuffing up the ball with sandpaper. You keep a piece of sandpaper or sand in your
like
pocket
Gaylord
and then
Perry
it
back.
scuffs the
You
ball.
betcha.
Yeah, and it makes the ball spin and move differently. Anyways, the Australians got caught with that, and their captain, the vice captain, and then the guy who got caught, they had to be penalized. And this was the guy who had to deliver the penalty, face them eye to eye, and say, "Right, here's what's happening. You're banned for a year. You've lost your captaincy." So he's had to have those kind of conversations. Another life, he was a CEO, and in the first week, the CEO was struggling, and he had to fire 30 people week one.
Oh,
So
There's probably a lot of,
he's kind of the master of
no.
tough conversations.
There's a lot of no.
And I think it'd be like, look, mate,
Yeah.
here's where we're at. Something like that.
Turn down
Like
your
you're done.
So
M&M.
anyways,
No. You know what? That's intense. I imagine. I mean, we've had similar controversies in hockey recently, and
Indeed, we have.
big
I mean, we
time.
could deep dive
Yeah.
in the conversations that were probably had behind closed doors and
Mhm.
reinstating, or should things be reinstated
Culture
after
changing.
all that stuff. Yeah, that's worth a listen for sure.
Where can people
I'm
find
looking forward
this,
to it.
Coach? What?
The
So it's on Spotify. You just Teams That Swear.
Teams That
It's
Swear
there.
on Spotify.
Here's the other one, Pat. So this was after the fiasco there in South Africa. He got fired on his birthday.
Ooh.
He was called in for a meeting. I was supposed to meet with him that afternoon, funny enough. And I get a message from his EA saying, look, Pat can't meet. Okay, I got bumped again. I get it. I'm not that important. Like,
Yeah.
he's important. And the board let him go. He was going to finish up later in the year, but they let him go earlier. So that was his birthday gift. And I said to him, so when you got home, did you have birthday cake? And
Birthday beer, and we're like,
yeah, that's exactly what he had.
Yeah.
He said, I had a couple beers, but I don't think we had cake.
yeah, jeez. Well,
Can I
that's
ask
cool.
quickly? Sorry, I know we're running out of
Yeah,
time.
you
Have
go.
you developed an appreciation for cricket during your time in Australia? Do you like know it? Do you follow it?
Good
Are you into it?
question. Good question.
When I was in the corporate world, me and my team managers, we sponsored Cricket Australia.
Okay.
So it'd be like sponsoring kind of NHL/Hockey Canada. So that was pretty interesting to meet. It was more the people, but the game itself, I still struggled with, especially the test match, because that can go up to 5 days.
Yeah.
It's hard to
There's a
follow.
lot of strategy that I still don't understand. But on Boxing Day, it's not World Juniors. It is the
Boxing Day test
and
match.
That's,
You
that's
bet.
what's
The
playing in the
MCG,
background. of
baby.
TV.
That's the one.
Ooh.
I was there.
the
It
one.
still blows my mind that I was at that
Very cool.
event. I'll never forget. Adam Scott was chipping from the second deck onto the middle of the pitch as a golfer. And during tea time, it was very cool. And that's when Adam Scott was just getting hot in the PGA Tour. And it was a lot of fun. Man, a lot of drinking, a lot of early drinking. And the second you get off the train out front of that MCG, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
it is people. And you don't get away from people. You're shoulder to shoulder pretty much until you get to your seat.
Your
It's
favorite thing.
crazy. Yeah.
I have a
This is how
fun
these things
Thanksgiving
built over the
Sure.
years.
Thanksgiving story. We
Yes.
after we ate at Alan Faye's, we went to the ballpark at Hugh Cairns, and there's we decided to play a tennis baseball sort of
I
thing,
love
where the
that,
kids
with tennis
would play
racket and
tennis
tennis ball?
rackets,
Oh,
and they're
that's
running
fun.
back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit safer. You don't need gloves. You don't need
It's a little bit
all that
crickety,
much.
hey?
Then there's that new tennis baseball game that's in. Have you seen that? Where the
No.
guy, you'll serve the pitch, you'll hit with the tennis racket, you'll field with a glove, but toss
Field
it
it.
to yourself and hit across diamond, and then they'll catch
so
it with the
cool,
racket
man.
at first
Come
base.
on.
It's so.
Well, do they
it's
have like
maybe
a
the
highlight
fastest game.
racket set up?
What is Jalal or what's the
Highlight.
Halal?
Highlight.
It's like
Highlight.
would be closer to as fast as that.
I was
sport. It's
watching
so
highlight
fast.
on TV the other day.
Never heard
Yeah.
of this.
It's the fastest sport in the world. Guys die on the court
Yeah.
because the ball's like
It
hard
looks-
and it hits them and they
Oh,
die.
like highlight.
It's
you're
horrible.
talking- Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, highlight. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like what's that movie that's coming out with that you go into the video game and you're stuck
Tron.
in it?
Tron?
Tron.
Tron
That
Ares?
We're
halal
not
or whatever
watching.
it is
We're not watching
Highlight.
Tron.
Highlight.
That's- Tron is just
feels like it's
Terminator 2.
right out of Tron. You know what I mean? That's
Sure.
something they play in
give
Tron,
you
I
that.
think. So anyway, we're playing at the ballpark and we're
Watch
having
as
some
the-
fun.
Watch as the
And
guy
then,
starts playing him out.
An
Continue,
India,
continue.
a family from India had just finished their Thanksgiving. They're going for a walk,
Oh,
going to
they
the
saw you
park,
guys play.
and they saw us playing. And he's just like, "Hey, are you playing softball or is baseball?" I was like, "Really, none of the above." We had a bat too, and we had switched to kind of like a batting practice for Jacoby.
Yeah.
And then he just left his family at the park and decided to have a conversation with me. And then we were comparing grips that he'd used in cricket,
For
and he was
hurling,
showing
yeah,
me that.
the
So
hurlers.
we compared that. I imagine the bowlers or hurlers. The bowlers would. I bet you the motion that they bowl is better for the arm. I was just like,
yeah.
there's a lot of strain and pressure that goes on, and
And it's full
technique that
body. It's not just
has-
the arm.
right.
Like with the
has,
baseball.
has
yeah.
come on
Running start.
in the
Yeah.
sport, and we've tried to get smarter in baseball. But he was holding some of the grips, and it was just very interesting. Like he'd hold a ball that would move, and I was just like, oh, that's funny. Like when you pitch it like this, it's gonna duck. I want my outfielder holding the ball like this and coming down, so as it like hits 2 feet in front of the catcher, there's just like a smooth bounce. It's not gonna move, and then it was
time
very
to
interesting.
switch.
And then he talked about scuffing up the ball a little bit too, that they'll try and get away with. So that
Comes
brings
back
it all
to
the way
Trey
around.
Savage coming right
Oh,
over the
man.
top.
God, he was so good after that, man. I had a little parlay going, and part of the parlay was to allow 3 earned runs I was covered after that first inning. Then I needed to allow like 4 hits, and he only allowed 3 or something. But we almost caught it because I felt like something was going to go. But boy, did he settle in.
He did.
He really did. All right, you guys. Who's winning tonight? Starting with Coach 1. Who you got?
Go Jays.
Go Jays. Coach coming 2.
That was a non-committal. You're cheering for. Go Jays. Who's winning?
It's Jays.
I'm going for the Jays.
Yeah. Okay.
Coach coming 2.
Up the Blues.
Blues? Up the Blue Jays?
Up the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Up the Blue Jays.
Mr. Baseball?
Sure,
like
let's
that.
go Blue Jays. You got to
Okay.
believe.
And I'm going to take Seattle because the Gary curse is incredibly real. I learned that over the weekend as well. So there you go. Go Jays. Go.
Go Jays, go.
6:08. First pitch tonight. Check it out. Kirby versus Bieber. It's going to be fantastic. Fellas, thank you so much for another incredible show. As always, the All the Way Around table. Such a highlight. Such an honor to check in with you guys and share the stage with you. It means so much.
Thank you,
that we
Gary.
can have this type of conversation, this type of show. It's so cool. Tomorrow, C2B's Matt Young will be on the house, as well as we will be doing a fantasy Zoom with Boone and maybe another little Johnny Factoid. We'll keep you posted. Until then, remember, everything you do is so important to do it good and be kind. Golden rules, all those things. Sorry, I'm really amped up because there's a lot of good things that happened today, so I want to keep it going. Just keep helping others, all right? That's the motto here. And as I hit this to go out, the music will play again. That's what I learned. There's nothing I can do about it. So have a great rest of your Wednesday. Go Jays, go, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Reset those clocks.